Hi, I'm Jenny Spinner, and I'm Chief Editor of Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, and I am here with,
Liz Parker, Senior Editor.
and we are here to do our thing. Every month we talk about the new product highlights in snack and bakery launches, and this is the month of April. Again, lots of good stuff. Producers keep them coming. If you have a new product release you'd like us to talk about and share with our audience, please feel free to email me, spinnerj@bnpmedia.com. And we could be talking about yours next month, but here we're talking about the releases for April. Liz, why don't you start us off?
Yep, the first one we chose for April is the Del Real Foods Chicken and 3 Cheese Mini Pupusas. So pupusas are hard to find. I'm in the Detroit area, so if you go down to Mexican Town, they have a lot of pupusa places, or there's actually one like across the street from my house in Metro Detroit, which is great. But I think this is a good thing because it'll bring them to the masses, so to speak. Sam's Club will be carrying these.
Yeah, that's I live in one of the places in Chicago that's got a pocket of Mexican restaurants. And if I go west to Clark Street, there's literally like six on every block. But up until recently, there haven't been any pupusa places, and one just opened up. So I get to walk just around the corner, down the block a bit to try it. But if somebody's not as lucky as me, they get to go to warehouse club stores and buy them in big, huge boxes. They're delicious, so trust me on that. My first one is Theo's Plant-Based has come out with sweet potato jerky. Plant-based jerky is a hot thing because jerky is like a convenient, easy, not messy snack for people to take on the road. It's popular with people who are runners and other kinds of athletes because of the high protein, carb, low carb thing. But people who don't eat meat have the SADs, or had the SADs until recently, because there wasn't a whole lot to choose from in terms of plant-based. And I've seen portobello, I've seen seitan, I've seen a whole bunch of different bases. This is the first time I've seen sweet potato, and I'm intrigued, very interested in trying it. I'm a carnivore, or I guess I should say an omnivore, so I eat meat, but I do kind of prefer having options.
What's funny is that I didn't get to sample these, even though I just met them at SNX last week in
Mhm.
Dallas, or I guess 2 weeks ago now. Time is going by fast.
Okay.
And I was more focused on connecting with them, getting their business cards, etc. And then I realized later I never actually got to try it, but it sounded like a really interesting product.
Yeah. Oh, we have another product that Liz and we do this thing where we kind of like have a secret Santa approach where I go and pick mine and she goes and pick hers. And then we get together and see which ones we have in common. And this is the first one. We had a bunch in common this one, but this is the first, and I'll let Liz start off.
So I may mispronounce this, but Kettle Brand came out with gochujang chips. I think that's how you pronounce it. So it's an interesting flavor choice. It's a popular one. At one point, Noodles and Co. had like a gochujang dipping sauce for their pot
Mhm.
stickers, and it's a little bit spicy. So they're looking to attract that audience that wants like the spicy type of chip, which is really popular nowadays. So I think that'll do well.
Yeah, Kettle Brand has another Korean flavor that they released a couple of years ago, Korean barbecue. A little bit of spice, a little bit of soy. This is the national hot sauce of Korea. Gochujang is how well, I'm going to find my Korean friend Theo and see if he can tell me how to say it. But yeah, it's interesting how we're getting a lot of Asian flavors in snacks and bakery. Teriyaki has been around a while. I wish I had a friend bring sweet and sour pork Lay's potato crisps over from Japan, and I really wish that they would bring those here because those were really good. But Korea is having a heyday with their flavors. So are the Philippines with the ube, the sweet purple potato thing. And I like seeing the options. I don't have to go to H Mart to get all of those flavors that aren't available in the US because brands like Kettle Brand are picking them up. So hooray. Um,
Yeah, definitely interesting. There's a few like Vietnamese markets by me that actually sell like different Lay's, flavors, things like that. But this
mhm.
is probably just going to be at the mainstream grocery stores, which will be nice.
Yeah, good for them. Oh, your turn again.
Yep. So our next one is more on the dessert side. It's Pop-Tarts Crunchy Poppers. So if you're a heathen like me and you like to eat Pop-Tarts without putting them in the toaster, this is for you because it's
Mhm.
interesting. Here, I sometimes put them in the toaster, but a long time ago I used to just eat them straight out of the box. So these are like almost like that, but they're small, hence the popper name, and they're crunchy. So I actually
Mhm.
brought they gave me some samples and I brought some to SNX and had them for breakfast when I was in Dallas one day. So that was pretty nice. And it's good for like breakfast or for just like a snack whenever you want to eat them.
Yeah, I talked to Kellanova recently about Pop-Tarts associated with breakfast, and still I think the majority of eating occasions for Pop-Tarts is breakfast. But have always been people, including me in college. My parents went to Sam's Club and got me a giant box of Pop-Tarts. I lived on them for every meal for like a week, 2 weeks, whatever. Um, but Pop Tarts has been leaning into for the past couple of years. I think it started with the selling of two Pop Tarts together in one pouch in vending machines at offices and places like that, which may or may not have a toaster. Um, and then Pop Tarts Bites came out a few years ago. And now these, which are tiny little popper crunchy things. I haven't had them in my face, but they're at my local Target. So I will pick them up eventually. I just have to say, so Jonathan Van Ness has done promotions for Pop Tarts. He said on his podcast, the way he eats Pop Tarts is he puts two in the toaster and then he opens up another pouch and takes the two Pop Tarts from that pouch on top of each other and just eats them while he's waiting for the two hot tarts to come out. And he eats them all time of day too. So that's a fun. Um, is it my turn? It's my turn. So 7 Mile brand came out with what they call pretzelized crackers and pita chips. And this is funny because um I kind of like we've seen pretzel crisps and that kind of thing before, but I like the pretzelification of chips because I like pretzels. I'm a big fan of pretzels and turning them into dippable things because there's certain dips that I think taste really good with pretzels and just might hold the dip a little bit better in chip form. I'm a big fan of whenever hybrid snacks come out, like cracker chips, things like that.
And then speaking of, I guess, crunchy snacks, the next one we both chose, and it's Doritos and Mountain Dew partnering up for their Baja Fiery Mango Chips. And I haven't tried these yet, but I'm kind of intrigued. Like, I don't think they're supposed to be spicy, but the mango part is kind of intriguing.
Yeah, the word fiery makes me think there's a little bit of that. I mean, I'm not going to say the word spicy. Oh no, I just did. Um,
Weird.
First, I don't know why it annoys me, but it fits. Sweet and spicy. It's better than speed, I guess. And I just think it's interesting. This is not the first time that PepsiCo, I should say, has taken two of its brands and mushed them together in a fun and interesting way. Uh, the pairing of Mountain Dew and Doritos in one bag struck me at first as like, huh? I was picturing Mountain Dew or Baja Blast, the drink that started off in Taco Bell and now you can get it on the shelves. I was picturing a soda flavored Dorito, which I think is probably not what they're going for, but sweet and spicy Doritos, I'm all for it. Good job, PepsiCo Frito-Lay Doritos. Um, oh, the other thing, when did Mountain Dew go from spelled out Mountain Dew to mitten?
Mountain Dew. I was actually just talking with someone about that this weekend because they were talking about Mountain Dew and I said no, it's MTN Dew now, like all capitalized. So
Yeah, I'm not going
yeah,
to say mitten.
interesting.
Um,
Speaking of brands that are kind of changing things up, so our next one is AMC Theaters is bringing artisan pizzas and donuts to its menu along with some other fun snacks.
mhm.
So my local AMC, I noticed they always have pizzas. It's not anything new, but I think these are a little different. I think they're going to be flatbreads, a little more unique, a little more premium. And then this was mostly for the AMCs that do the dine-in where you sit and they bring food to you, which is great. We don't have that in
Mhm.
Michigan, sadly, but I think they are revamping the pizzas for all of them, so that'll be something interesting to look out for.
Yeah, it's interesting. Trying to get people to come back to the theaters again when so many movies are just going on Netflix or having a short run in the theaters. Having snacks and baked goods that are unique, appealing. The flip side, have you ever eaten a meal in a movie theater? We do have those kinds of things in Chicago, and there's been a couple times when I've been to such restaurants and I haven't necessarily had the full meal, but there was one time, this was several years ago, it was like a Clint Eastwood directed one of those war movies, and that's like 10-15 years ago, maybe more. But the woman next to me had a problem with her meal, and while I'm trying to watch the dramatic dialogue, like people getting shot at and blown up, she's like, "This fettuccine alfredo is cold.
Right.
Get up
That's
and go to the place that you ordered it." And it
We
can
had
be there.
for a brief shining year or so, we had a used to be an AMC and then it changed to a local theater and they had like all you can eat type of deal, which was real. Yeah, I've never seen that anywhere else. And I forget if it was just popcorn, but I think it was like popcorn, soda, maybe pretzels, like a lot of
Mhm.
things, which on the surface sounds great, but then when you think about it, like you're gonna have to get up during the movie and like grab your stuff every so often.
Yeah.
So it didn't last very
Um,
long, but a couple people told me about it.
I do, now that I thought about it, I do go to Alamo Draft House, which does have a full meal. Like you can get a big sloppy thing of nachos. Eating that in the dark must be a challenge, but the way that they do the whole ordering thing, you just have like a little card and you push a light and they come get it, and you don't like really interact with the person at all. They just give you your bottomless steel bowl of popcorn. It's not in a bag, not in a bucket, steel bowl. All you can eat popcorn. If you want more, you just put your card up. But anyway, tangent. um my next thing is a ghost. If you are an athlete or if you're working out and using protein powder, you are maybe familiar with the brand Ghost. It's whey protein. I don't know if they have any plant protein, but they do fun co-branding with a couple of company like Marshmallow Fluff flavored protein powder, Nutter Butter, that's a cool one. And now they've come out with high protein cereal. Cereal typically does not have a lot of protein. If you turn over the your sugary kids cereal, which is what I prefer, it's gonna have maybe 1 gram, but this is loaded. So it's a good way to start your day or to after your morning workout, boost your protein up. And it's a fun branding because Ghost is already known by the people who are looking to increase their protein. So it seems like a natural launch for them.
I hadn't heard of that brand before, but like you said, they're known for their protein products. So I think people who already know the brand name might be attracted to these if they see it on the shelf.
Mhm. Your turn.
The next one is kind of a big one. So Flowers Foods is a parent company of many popular brands, and they released 11 new products.
Yeah,
They kind of
that's
just
that.
sprung it in one press release. And to be fair, some of these I think came out a month or two. Like they had like a Canyon Bakehouse loaf bread, I believe that was already out. But the other ones were from Dave's Killer Bread, Tasty Cake, Wonder Bread, Mrs. Freshly's, a few of those. So a big lineup of new products. I believe Mrs. Freshly's had like a Hershey muffin or something that looked really
Mhm.
good. So just a
Yeah.
huge, massive drop of products.
Yeah, they announced their presence with authority. I just watched Bull Durham. That's a line from that movie. by saying like, look at all the brands that we got and look at all the innovation we're up to. And this isn't anything new. They're always Dave's Killer Bread and like Canyon Bakehouse, like you said, they're always doing fun new stuff. And I'm trying to think if I had to pick a favorite or one that as a consumer intrigued me the most, allow me to scroll through on my phone for a second.
I just looked it up because I was like, I know some of the brands they released. Mine would probably be I'm looking at it now, the Deluxe Hershey's Mini Muffins sounded great.
Yeah, that's a fun branding partnership. I am just interested in eating keto, so the keto buns, the higher end buns, because I think that we're kind of like at a renaissance with low carb, high protein, that kind of baking, and we're for a while consumers were just like, here's a bun. It isn't maybe great, but now people like Flowers have really upped their game with brioche premium looking buns and breads that are not just okay, they're good. So as a consumer, I thank you. Is it my turn? I'd close my window.
Oh, I can pick it up. So the
Happy.
last one we both chose. So if you're a fan of ice cream, you've undoubtedly heard of Jenny's Splendid Ice Creams. They are not in Detroit, which is sad, and I have asked them
Yeah.
multiple times to come to Detroit, but I've had them before, like Nashville, Chicago, your area, all sorts of places, Atlanta, I think one time. So the Jenny Britton, I think her name is, she's created some new better for you bars, and the flavors sound kind of interesting. Like one is raspberry rosé, mango lassi, so like an interesting mix of flavors. So those should be pretty good.
Yeah, her I know her from her ice cream, which I do have easy access to. It used to be a little bit of a hike. I'd have to go to Lincoln Park, which being on the far north side, 7,200 north and going to around 2,400 north, a bit of a hike. But now there's one in the Andersonville neighborhood, which is on a nice day walkable. Burn those calories before and after you eat. Creative flavors like sweet corn, goat
Yep.
cheese, things like that. And she's brought that gourmet premium scale product and flavor creativity. I am intrigued. I'm definitely going to have to get my hands on the rose because I like everything with the rose flavor in it. So yeah, it's fun seeing these creative bars. Uh, Chocolate peanut butter is great, but sometimes you want a little variety and adventure as a consumer. Um, I think we are out
Yep.
of stuff, so
Thank you.
we have to go back to work. It's always so much fun talking with you about this stuff. And I hope
Yep.
it's fun for our audience watching us. Um, yeah, before I let you go, before Liz and I go back to our busy day, I just wanted to say thanks for watching. And if you have a product that your company has put out, or you spot something fun at the store, or in, the many news wires you subscribe to as a snack and bakery watcher, feel free to send to me. I gave you my email address. You can send to Liz if you
Yep.
like. Maybe I should ask Liz first if she wants a set of emails.
That's
Liz,
fine. Yep.
yeah, give me your address.
So my address is Parker, Parkere at bnpmedia.com. It should be down there in the video.
Yeah, yeah. And that's about it. We will talk to you later. Thanks for watching.
Yep. See you later.